Sorry, that's one whole part, and I kind of just freak out every time I hear that. So, inside freaking out though, sometimes.
Why? Whoa. Why? Yeah. Why?
So I went to KCON 2016, and that was my first time ever seeing like K-pop artists ever in real life, anything like that K-popish. I live on a rock in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so we don't get K-pop artists that come over like and be like, hey, let's have a concert, let's have a fan meet. I've never seen any real K-pop groups in real life until that point. So we went to KCON 2016, and that was a miracle because, I mean, if you live in Hawaii and then going over to LA, and the fact that my mom was like, you want to go over to LA just for like a concert, just K-pop, like that's too much money. I was like, I know, but then like they do these things where they reveal everything, and I was like, I need to go. And then trust me, I'm not spoiled. I'm not. Like, she was like, no way you're going. I was like, oh. But so happened that we were going on a family vacation that way anyway. And then my friend Nani's crazy, and she saved up all her money. Like, not all of it, but she worked. And she paid for her own plane ticket. And then she stayed with us in the hotel in LA. And then she paid for her concert tickets and her venue tickets. And I was like, that's sacrifice. But, so I went to KCON 2016, and there's so many good artists there. But main reason I'm filming this is to talk about, like, the highlight of my trip, which was MONSTA X looking straight at me and my friend. And I'm not trying to be like those crazy fangirls to think like, oh, I'm gonna marry him, he looked into my eyes because he loves me. Like, no, I'm pretty realistic when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I'm not a crazy K-pop fan who's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry him, and if he even looks at another girl, I'm gonna kill her. No, I respect them. I like, they're humans too, and then I like their music, but it's like, K-pop isn't everything. I know that, but I do really admire them like a lot. And like for MONSTA X, like, I love them so much. And I can't say, like, I'm the only fan, because a lot of people do like them. So it's, like, going to KCON made me realize how many people actually like them. Because at first I was like, oh, MONSTA X, it's, like, a smaller group.
They need more appreciation.
But when I went to KCON, I'm like, they have tons of appreciation, trust me. For KCON, they have, like, these little, when you go in, you check in. Me and my friend got P2 tickets, which is, if you're going to KCON, you need to get P2. Like, that is the best. P2 standing. Because there's a stage, and literally, there's a whole big room for P2 standing people. And, like, me and my friend were, like, kind of behind people in line. We waited for, like, 4 hours in line, 5 hours, for the concert. And when you go into the concert venue, it's, like, once you get in that free space, it's free for all. Like, you sprint to the front and try to get as close as you can before it starts. Because they, literally, half the concert, most of the artists came up to where we were. And I was literally, like, this close from touching Yukwon's hand. Like, go get P2 if you actually want to be super close to, like, we were right there. Like, it was crazy. MONSTA X, when we, we got audience passes. We, like, you know, like, before you go to KCON, you go and trade around for them. Well, we got 2 MONSTA X audience passes for me and my friend. And we go line up for their audience pass, like, 2 sessions before, like, twice I think was before them, and then so was Astro. Okay, there's a room where they have audience passes. We go two artists before, and there's already people lining up. There's like 300 people, 400 people outside. Like, I don't know if it was that many, but there was a huge line. Like, pretty much if you stand in the back of the line, there's no way you're gonna be able to see their heads. Like, you're like a mile away because audience, there's like 100 feet from you in the stage, and there's like a big gap. Like, we didn't get high touch. I would have paid $300 for high. Nah, I wouldn't. I would pay like maybe $50 for high touch for MONSTA X, but no one was. Once people got it, they did not sell that because that was.
It makes me so happy and sad because I was about to touch their hands, like all their hands.
But anyway, so we got audience. That's just how it is. Like, you don't always get super lucky. Like some people who just keep the tickets to themselves and don't even say they have any, and I'm willing to pay money for it. But oh well. So I go to line, and it's like, she's waiting in the concert line. And I was like, okay, I'll go wait in MONSTA X line for you. And then I go see the line, and it's like mile out the door, and I'm like, if I go in the back of this line, I'm not even gonna see, like, Minhyuk's face, or the top of Shonu's head. Like, he's tall, but that was so much people, I would never see anything. And, so, like, I tried to cut, and usually, okay, I'm not that kind of person who just, like, let's just cut, like, I don't know, like, I don't cut just because it's the best thing ever just because I'm like, oh.
Like, who cares about these people behind me? Psh.
No, I'm not like that. Like, the only reason why I even thought about cutting and I did was because I was like...
It's MONSTA X. This is like the one line I actually want to be near the front in.
So I tried to cut. I did not succeed. Me and these two other girls were like trying to like walk around with like this one older lady. She was like 40. We were like trying to cut in line with her. And then she didn't say anything, so we're like... Yes! But then, maybe we were standing in line and right when we were about to go in, she looked at us. We were waiting in line for like half an hour there, like fake cutting. I don't know. Right by this lady. She didn't say anything, so we're like, it's OG. But, we go, and then right when the security guard's like, okay, you guys can start coming in, then she looks straight at us. She hollers over the security guard.
These two girls are cutting in line. You need to send them out.
And then we try to act all innocent, like, no, we weren't. But she was on to us. But I was like, what is this 40-year-old lady doing by herself? Like, I'm a young teenage girl. I need to see MONSTA X. And then she's like 40. I'm like, you already saw your boy bands. Like, I don't know, like, was she with herself? Because, like, please, I'm a teenage girl. Like, it's the first time I've been to KCON. Just let me go see MONSTA X. But she did not. She's not happening it. She's like, these girls need to get out of here. Like, she hated us after that. So then, the other two girls I was with, we were kind of like friends. Like, we met each other. And, so they're like, oh yeah, I heard that MONSTA X was going to be in the convention center for, they're going to go to one of their booth for, what was it called? MONSTA X, this one booth, it was the clothing one where they had fashion people come out. It's like the convention center is huge, full with all these booths, and like anyone can just walk around in it. So the fact that I heard that they were going to be at that booth, which I was at like yesterday, like I was there on Friday, I was there, and then so I heard about that. They're like, okay, don't tell anybody because it's supposed to be secret. Because they always have artists come visit random booths and there's nobody around and they show up and there's like bam. But I was like, okay, thank you so much because like they literally saved my life. So then I told my friend, and she's like, we're ditching this 500 people line to just look at them from really far away, and I wouldn't see anything. So instead, we waited at the convention center for a couple hours, and some girls, you could tell, like, they said stop crowding the area. So then they're like, you guys need to start walking around, and you need to wait, they'll come later, or like, stop being so like crazy about it. So like, at first, the girls, like, they kind of like spread out, kind of moving, walking away, but not, like going in circles, like, here's a booth, and they're like, they're here, and then they like go around a big circle, and then they like go around, and they go around again, trying to act like they're not waiting, but they are. Like, as soon as MONSTA X would come, they'd be like, but, so me and Nani were kind of doing the same thing, but we wouldn't tackle them. Psh, I'm not that kind of person. I hope. Nah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that, but, so after we were waiting for them, like, kind of around the convention center waiting, and then, like, 30 minutes before they started coming, there's about 50 girls started, like, they started crowding the booth, and the people were like, you need to go out, you need to wait, they'll come later, and they would not move. So they put up little fences around the booth where they're supposed to be, because they knew these fangirls are crazy. They're not waiting for anybody. They're not going to go look around. It's MONSTA X, like, they're going to be right there. So we're like, okay, we're just going to wait around for them for like an hour, and they were late. Like,
why were you guys late?
But it's okay, I understand. It's probably flight situations. But they were late, about like half an hour late. They're late to their fan meeting. Those poor people waiting in line that I would have been. They literally showed up, said hi, high-five people real quick and left, and I felt so bad. I'm like, that would have been us, me. So instead, we waited for them at the shopping thing, and then they showed up right there. Like, as soon as I saw, like, you know, there's like a little walkway and then the booth, and then here's all the people around it. And I looked at them, and I saw like the parts of their heads, and I couldn't handle it. I screamed. I was like, oh my gosh! And me and Nani were like about to cry, and we saw them walking up. It was crazy. And then I saw them peep their heads out slowly, and all of them were there. And I was like, they're real. They're actually like in front of my face. I was so shocked. I was like, because like you always see them on like your phone or like on YouTube, but then when you look at them in real life, it's totally different. Like, their skin is that clear, their hair is that nice, they're that handsome, they're like super hot. I hate to say it, but actually I don't hate to say it, but like, they're real, and it's like crazy because it's not just like a fantasy thing. It's like they're real people, and they're actually real artists that sing, and they can all sing, and it's real. They're right in front of you. They're like 10 feet away, and I got right by the fence, like right where they were. Like, if I stuck my hand out a little bit and I like reached over, I could probably touch them.
Who's calling on the KCON LA on the stage? Yeah, see you at the stage. We prepare so many special stages that you can feel it. Hope you have a good time. I really love LA and US. Thank you so much.
Probably day before, they had this, we thought they were gonna come out this fashion show, we were screaming, but it was like this random person, we're like, oh, never mind. But then they're like, the host guy from yesterday was like, oh, who lives the farthest away that came to KCON? And me and I were like, Hawaii! And then the guy was like, oh my gosh, we have people from Hawaii, oh my gosh. And then he's like, he gave us free gift bags because we were from Hawaii. I was like, thank you. But, so that same host was there the next day at the MONSTA X booth me and Nani were waiting at. And then he was talking to the, to MONSTA X in Korean. He was like, oh yeah, we have fans here. And then he said, and then in English, he's like, oh yes, we have fans from Hawaii.
와우! 정말 팬들이 온 세계에서 오늘 이 자리를 위해서 왔다고 합니다. We got people from Hawaii, Arizona, other country. Thank you guys for being here.
And no one else was from Hawaii in that whole crowd because no one said anything. Once they said Hawaii, it just went silent. And me and Nani were like, yeah! And it was just us two there, like that were from Hawaii. So it wasn't like he saw me in the middle of the crowd. It was like a literal, these two idiots are like screaming their head off and they're from Hawaii. So then they all turned their heads, looked at us, and they like kind of like smiled, laughed, probably like, you guys are crazy. But I locked eyes with Wonho and I like fell to the ground and I started crying. And he probably thought I'm a weirdo and I was like, I'm sorry, but I freaked out so bad. Him, Juhan, like, all of them, they looked over and then they like smiled because Hawaii, like I guess Asian tourists, they like the Hawaii because it's like paradise and all that. But we live there, so it's like a little bit different for us. But all of them looked straight at us because we were the only ones like, yeah, for Hawaii. And then we literally both just like crumble. We're like, they just looked at us. And I'll put the video, whatever side has more room, I'll put it up so you guys can actually see it. It's kind of hard because near the end when they started looking, I like shake my hand and I couldn't see anything. So, but I looked straight into their eyes. That's why I wasn't trying to focus on my phone because the world is not on my phone. It's like right there and there's MONSTA X. I was like, so then I had my phone and then it was like shaking and as I was looking, I was like, and then you couldn't really see the film, but I freaked out. That was the best moment ever. Like, I don't care about anything else. Like, that was MONSTA X looked straight at me and my friend. Like, that was my highlight of KCON right there. I couldn't after that. Like, the concert was amazing because Wonho was right there. He was, like, wiping his sweat. And he was, like, trying to give it to people. I was like, how dare you? But, I was like, he's such a tease. But he always does that. Anyway, but it was so cool. Like, I'll have some videos of the concert here. And that was just, I still can't believe it happened. I know KCON was like 5 months ago, but I think I'm finally a little bit chilled to talk about it. Because I had that video of them looking at us on my phone. And I literally replayed it, I paused it, screenshot, make sure I was like, it did happen. So that was just my story. Me and my friend, they looked at MONSTA X. Not because we're like so beautiful, no. That's not why they looked at us. Because we were the only ones from like Hawaii, so they gave us some advantages. Everyone else mainly from that area, or like maybe they came from like the states around it, but no one came like from across the Pacific Ocean, flew over. Flights from Hawaii to California are expensive, okay? So we sacrificed, but it was worth it for like to have that moment. It was so cool. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and if you have any crazy KCON experiences, or if you're gonna go to KCON 2017, I have like a lot of stuff you should know, because this is me and Nani's first year. We already learned a lot. We got super lucky this year, like with lines and prices and all that. Like I have a lot of tips I could give you, so if you guys would like videos like that, then just let me know. So thank you for watching my crazy fangirlness, and if you want to see like more K-pop related videos, then like let me know, because I'm totally down for that, because I should probably do a room tour, because my room is like filled with posters. Everyone who walks in my room is like, oh, Becca, I didn't know he liked it that much, and then they're kind of like creeped out. I'm like, yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Why? Whoa. Why?